And Coruscant is a populated city, so that Venator is probably falling on like people right now. Welcome back to another Triple F. Now, there's a reason I haven't done one of these for a while because I figured the just reacting to like the three videos was too simple of a format. And recently, or not recently, but like I've talked about other times, just reacting doesn't seem like enough. So I was trying to wait until I could figure out what else to do with the series instead of just reacting, basically. And I thought of something, which you will see later in the video. But first, we need our material to build a base on. So the first one we'll be starting with will be Lego Star Wars Battle of Coruscant by LFP Animations.
Sir, a large separatist fleet has just emerged from hyperspace.
Oh my goodness. That's the capital ship right in front. I mean, Buddy didn't seem too worried about it. He just got to watch it happen. Why is everybody smirking like that? You see a freaking CIS invasion fleet and they're just like, cool. But what I initially gasped at, oh my goodness, and look at the weapons. Okay, two things. The helmets from the Lego Star Wars, the helmet of the clone trooper when they had like the actual, it goes in and it's kind of carved out. They got those helmets on. That trooper in red right there is a 65th Coruscant Guard trooper. There's two different Coruscant Guard troopers. There's the Shock Guard and then the Homeworld Guard. Obviously, the Homeworld stays on planet and deal. They're like, it's like the CIA versus the FBI. FBI deals with domestic threats. Not saying CIA doesn't probably, but just to get a grasp, the Homeworld deals with the domestic stuff, and then the Shock goes out off Homeworld, or they can rather. They protect diplomats. In the first episode of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, Commander Thayer, Jack, or Lieutenant Thayer at the time, Jack and I forget the third one were on a mission with Yoda to Toyota to establish an alliance to the Republic to the area. So yeah. And Coruscant is a populated city, so that Venator is probably falling on like people right now. You can already tell this is going to be very good. And the clone trooper had the actual DC-15A rifle. It wasn't the one that you get from normal Lego packs. It was the actual modeled rifle. Dude, this looks so insane. That's a Venator right there. Oh, Anakin and Obi-Wan. Oh, this was before. Okay, now I remember. But was it the same? I wonder if he's gonna put in the part with Anakin. The cinematography. He's got the figure sitting there. I don't know what that laser is. I don't think I remember seeing that, but I don't know. I've never seen that weapon be used before anywhere else.
Admiral Tarkin, sir. We've located the General's ship.
Tarkin?
Plot a course and launch all fighters.
I don't think I've ever seen Tarkin. I don't remember Tarkin being in the battle. Oh, look at all the fighters.
Focus all power to the starboard cannons.
Sir, the Jedi have boarded General Grievous's ship. Should we call off the attack?
The Jedi will be fine, Captain. Fire for maximum effort. Do not let up.
Okay, a few things here. The main fighting forces of either side, I guess we'll just go with the fighters for now. What we saw droid tri-fighters. The CIS used droids, so they were using droid tri-fighters. And then the one they zoomed in on was a vulture droid. And then also the Republic, they have actual troopers, like biological beings, clone troopers. So they have piloted ships. They launched ARC 170s. Now, what Admiral Tarkin did right there, a common thing you'll hear during space battles and such in Star Wars is focus power to these guns, or focus power to the front of the ship or the back. And they do that, of course, in this situation. If you're getting attacked by a ship on the right side, you're going to focus your shields more to the right side where you're most likely to take more damage from. So they did that, but he said focus the power to the guns to hit harder on that side, because if the other guns on the other side don't have anything to fire out, there's no need to focus power to them if they're not being used. Space battles in Star Wars are called naval battles, by the way. Unfortunately, he didn't put the line in for Anakin. "This is where the fun begins" line.
Sir, we've just received word that the Jedi and the Chancellor were on board that ship.
How unfortunate.
It makes sense for Tarkin's character. Very well done. You don't, I mean, at least as far as what I've been seeing, a lot of these Lego animators have been upping their game to an incredible extent. The ground ones that I've seen have been very awesome. It looks like a full-scale battle is happening. It would have been cooler right there in this one to have seen some more laser fire going on in the background, especially during that part when Anakin and Obi-Wan were flying through the space battle. But once again, just the scale was awesome, and that's something that if you don't get in these larger battles, it just kind of throws off the immersion a little bit. So very well done in that regard. So you may be wondering now what the rest of the time in this video is for, and I will show you momentarily. Okay. Here's what we got. It is the Battle of Coruscant, but it's the assault on the Chancellor's office. I don't think this was actually like a canon battle. It probably was. I know there were people defending. There was the Jedi with like the couple of clone troopers defending Chancellor. You know, he was going in the elevator and then through those like tunnels areas, but like on the actual Chancellor's office. Here's what we got. You've got the Clone Riot Guard. They will be a part of this battle, but maybe not in the way you may think. We got Clone Riot High Command, which is Commander Fox, a clone lieutenant, a first lieutenant, a second lieutenant, and then the platoon sergeant right here. And then we have the regular Coruscant Homeworld, which these are the guys I was talking about, which I love their designs, especially in Battlefront 2. I always rock Phase 1 because I'm just tired of the Phase 2, and by far, either the 104th or the Coruscant Guard have the best uniforms. And I just love these like little intricate symbols and designs on them. Unfortunately, there wasn't a sergeant version of them, so I had to use the shock sergeants, which these are what they look like. And once again, we've got the platoon sergeant for them, the second lieutenant, first lieutenant, and then of course we've got no other but Commander Thorn and Commander Thyre running this battle, at least on this side. Commander Fox doesn't start out here. His spawn is somewhere else. His role is elsewhere. We got about two company, or maybe about half a company defending this front. We got the siren going off, telling them that they're coming. They spawn in. Just give it a second. Oh, they got rocket launchers too, the droids, to help take out the turrets manned by the clone troopers. Oh my goodness. And we can even get really close to the line to immerse ourselves. The B-2 spawned in, and then the Coruscant Guard, they sent Commander Fox for reinforcements. So they sent Commander Fox to get some of the riot troopers out here to come on the flank. This was the present I was talking about. Now these droids are getting hammered, but they're going to call in for some backup themselves. We got Commander Fox leading the way. And then they call in for reinforcements. They got a B-2s, droidicas. And so now the riot troopers need one. So I gave a riot shield to one of the frickin' bazooka troopers. Oh! One of the B-2 goes down. Now they gotta get the droidicas out of here. Now they gotta fight through this flank to come help the main battle right here. These B-2's walking around, maybe trying to get a flank. A bunch of these droids are suppressed. Let's get a good look at the firing line. We got some of our lieutenants right there. DC-19 letting down some suppressive fire. This right side's getting hammered though. Boys. Nah, they're alright, they got it, they got it. We got the droidicas helping out the main advance right here. You can even go ground level and just kind of see what it's like to be on the ground. Moving up with the rest of the droids. Try and get to cover over here. See the rest of the guys moving in. Now, either side could win during this battle. I've ran this a multitude of times, and there's no definite answer. Looks like the right side is collapsing. The left side's taking some hits too. These riot guards got to work fast. Looks like some of them were able to retreat this way. Maybe they can join the counterattack. But they gotta fight through these guys first. And it looks like they diverted some of the main push's attention over to the flank, which is good for these guys, because it looks like they needed it. Look, they're advancing on the flanks now. These turrets out here are gonna start unloading. That's the kill zone they're looking at right now. It's a nice choke point. But then we've also got troopers just in between each of these. We got a Z6. Looks like the shot guard from in here actually pushed up to help out the main, to help out the outer defense. I believe this is Commander Thyre right here. I don't know where Thorn is. Let's see if we can find him. I do enjoy letting them go though, and just kind of seeing who makes it after the battle. Starting to make their way up, push down these alleys. Oh my goodness, who died? DC-19 trooper. Look at all these cross angles. The Z6 just opened up. Oh! Oh my god, he got obliterated! That is often the droid's best tactics to disable the turrets, is to just fire rocket launchers at soft targets. Let's see how the flank is pushing. Alright, they're moving up a little bit. Have they lost anybody? Yeah, a little bit. Just seeing this giant shield wall move up. And then you can get ground level right here and just push up with them. Get to the cover right here. Hey, look, there's a lieutenant. Push up, push up, push up. You got covering fire. Peek the corner, clear. Come around. Ooh, they got a freaking rocket launcher trooper right here. And you always gotta love the contrast, man, between the red and the blue lasers crossing each other. It's just so awesome to look at. The riot guard, though, is making their way up. Oh, man, down to a grenade. Oh, it was a sergeant. Dang. Some of the stragglers from the front line push stayed behind to try and hold this flank off, but they, quite frankly, do not have the means to do it, it seems. And it seems like the main push is kind of halted right here. I mean, if we look at the battle, it just looks like a lot of droids went down. We got 3 dead clones right here, or 4, but a multitude of droids went down to them. So now they gotta focus their attention on the flank. The main push is stalled out. The flank lost. And the Coruscant guards are gonna try to relieve the pressure from the main assault. Let's get down here on the ground level. Peek up a little bit. You guys got this? Looks like we should retreat to the main line. And then you get down here, and it's just like you're actually a droid fighting these guys, and you move around. Try to get a better angle. We took the high ground back. That's how you know you're screwed. It looks like they're holding decently well, too. This ground has not been easily taken. Compared to how they move from back here to up here, they're being met with some decent resistance. I think it's mainly because of the high ground. If these guys push up too far without taking the adjacent high ground, their flank is exposed, which means they'd have to put their shields in 2 different places at the same time, which of course obviously isn't possible. So one side would be exposed. Got these guys right here, but they can't seem to move, because if they do, they just step out into immediate enemy fire. It's best to let the guys with the mobile cover kind of push up to them instead of vice versa. Oh man, we're running out of ammo. Jesus, people. No! Oh god, Thorn! Well, it looks like Commander Thyre was all that's left. Because I'm pretty sure Fox died. Now the problem would really come in if these guys would push up and then actually put some pressure, because they're not getting any, which is just allowing them to completely focus on this side. And now, if you take a look, the clones are really taking some... Well, actually, not really, but the potential for losses is higher. You've already seen that they've lost 3 people in the same place, and they've, throughout this entire flank assault, they've lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. So about half the losses they've taken in total. Not half exactly, but you know what I mean. A good amount of losses they've taken in total has been due to this one choke point area. Oh, but it looks like this West Star gunner, he doesn't seem to mind. Whoa! You're just gonna let him do this? You're fine with this? Yeah, no, that's cool. Whatever you want, man. It would be kind of cool if you just blast the guy though out of nowhere. Nope, never mind. So now the right guard is facing the same trouble as the commandos were, getting around this corner. Yeah, by safely, or maybe not safely, because there's not really a safe in war, but at least in this regard, but safely in terms of getting a decent foothold. We got one trooper up there. They gotta watch out for grenades. Alright, he opened the window, now they gotta go. And the rear trooper's flanked. Get out of the way! Oh my god! Did you see the post-mortem twitches? You missed a guy. Let's turn on the map here.
Acknowledged.
Boys. Honestly, I don't want to kill clones, man, but just for... Can I just leave? Nope. Let's see if I can knock one of them out.
I'm taking too much fire.
Mission completed. Alright, last one. It's always the rocket troopers who stay behind. Even with the new stuff that I learned, they still just don't move. Hey, buddy. Oh, he didn't get knocked out from that. Alright, well, after the battle, looks like a pretty decent clone victory here. Yellow are the clones, red are the droids. They made their way a decent way up, but then it stalled out right around when the riot guard flank got pretty close. So if these guys were able to hold out even just a little bit longer, that probably would have allowed them to focus on this main assault a little bit more to clear these guys out, or at least give them the chance to do so without the potential of getting flanked. So that way, when they came back, they weren't sandwiched in between these guys up here and then the riot guard. Because in how these battles have played out before, there have been instances where these guys, the main line, retreats so far into the Chancellor's office, all the way back into here, and the droids actually come in here, and then finally the Coruscant guard, the riot guard, will get through to the flank, but then all these guys will be dead, and then it's basically them reassaulting the position where the riot guard has to come up and fight back up here, and all the commando droids are over here where these guys just were. So once again, we'll get a head count. We'll see how many people of company, how many officers from the high command made it out. We just gotta find them first. High command are the lieutenants from basically platoon sergeant and up. So West Star Gunner. Looks like a lot of it looks like we got some decent numbers from back here who lived through that. Oh, here's the lieutenant. Is he the first or second? The first, second lieutenant. The second lieutenants have a belt on them. Oh, and there's the platoon sergeant. We'll have everybody meet up right here. It's very bright in the office area, which is why I don't like to meet up next. It kind of hurts my eyes. So we got the riot guard platoon sergeant. Who are you? Just a West Star gunner. And then I also like to see, after we get everybody together, I like to see where all the members of High Command who didn't make it went down. And the reason, like I had mentioned before, why it was interesting that this clone lieutenant went down right here, the first lieutenant, is because their waypoints, they are on free move, so they can move from wherever they are. But the High Command from this company of troopers right here, their waypoints go right here and right here. They sit a little bit in the back, so they can still participate in the battle, but they can still oversee everything and direct troops to where they need to go. But, well, figuratively speaking, of course, they can't do that literally. So he came all the way out here at some point in the, probably after the first few waves. But, yeah, so we can see, let's see who we got.
We'll follow you anywhere, sir.
Okay, that's all we're missing from there. Yeah. Okay, so the only officer we're missing from here is the lieutenant that we saw who died over there. And then the platoon sergeant is the only one left. There were 4 members of High Command with him, or 4 members total. One lieutenant went down there. The other lieutenant went down here. And then Commander Fox went down right here. That's it. Thank you for watching if you did. And the next one will come out, but again, I gotta figure out which battle that I'm gonna cover. I gotta find the videos, the fan animations that go with the battle, and then I have to make the battle. And of course, if you guys have any suggestions for battles you want me to cover, I can just find the animation. I can probably just find an animation for it, and then get to work on the battle. So, yeah. Till next time.
Somehow base in return. Base in return. Somehow base in return. Base in return. Somehow base in return. Base in return. Base.